Welcome back to the podcast playground. Our newest podcast is The Best Podcast.
Join Jay Carter and me, Vida Best, on The Best Podcast, where the dynamic duo brings you their insider secrets to everything wonderful. Now Jay and me dive deep into the top 5 everything, from the latest cell phones to affordable wines that won't break the bank.
So tell a friend, you've found The Best Podcast,
where every recommendation is a gem waiting to be uncovered. Tune in weekly for your dose of excellence.
Okay, let's unpack this. The world of space heaters.
Right.
It sounds like, the most mundane appliance you own, maybe.
Oh, yeah, until you need one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when winter hits, finding the perfect piece of equipment to avoid freezing without sparking a fire or spiking your energy bill, that's actually a pretty high-stakes decision.
It absolutely is high stakes. And what we have today is a fantastic stack of sources that lets us cut through, the marketing jargon and the often confusing specs.
Our mission is simple. Figure out which heater is right for your specific needs. Because here is the central paradox, or maybe just the key thing we found right away.
What's that?
Nearly all top residential models run at the universal maximum of 1,500 watts.
Yep, that's the standard.
So the true differences, the things you should be focusing on, come down to coverage area, maybe specialized features like AI or Wi-Fi, and critically, safety components.
That's the core setup, absolutely. And before we jump into the specific models, let's nail the fundamentals, because not all heat is created equal, right?
Good point.
The reviews categorize these appliances into 3 main working types.
Okay, start us off with the common types we'll see pop up today.
All right. The first, and honestly the most prevalent in these top lists, are ceramic heaters.
Okay.
These are the affordable, versatile workhorses. They basically use electrical resistance to heat up a ceramic element, and then there's an internal fan that transfers that heat pretty quickly to the air.
So good work.
They are ideal for heating small rooms, general household use, or like individual office spaces. Pretty standard stuff.
So the ceramic is kind of the reliable, affordable default, but it seems you maybe sacrifice that instantaneous warmth, the kind you get from, say, radiant types.
Precisely. That leads to the second type, the radiant or infrared heater. What's fascinating here is that they don't primarily heat the air around them. They emit infrared rays that directly and, instantly warm objects and individuals in their path.
Oh, okay.
This makes them superb for spot heating if you need quick, directed warmth near a cold couch or maybe a workbench. The Dr. Infrared heater, which actually made our top list, it falls into this category.
And finally, the heavy-duty option, the third type.
That would be the more specialized ones. Gas or liquid fuel heaters. These are essentially convection heaters that burn propane or kerosene.
Right. Not for inside the living room.
Definitely not. They are powerful and transfer thermal energy through a fluid medium, but they are generally best suited for, well-ventilated construction sites, garages, workshops, places where you need powerful heat directed maybe at a distance.
Okay, that distinction helps target our shopping right away.
Yep.
Now back to that 1,500 watt maximum we talked about. How do we know if that's enough power for our space?
Yeah, you need a quick calculation, basically. The standard recommendation is to choose a model that provides about 10 watts of heat output per square foot of space.
Okay, 10 watts per square foot.
So if you're heating a room that is, say, 15 feet by 10 feet, that's 150 square feet, a 1,500 watt heater is pretty much the perfect fit.
Gotcha.
This is the baseline you should use when you're looking at the coverage claims of these highly ranked models. Some claims seem optimistic.
We'll get to that. But first, let's pivot to the absolute non-negotiable section. Safety. The experts were really insistent that while features and coverage vary, the common safety elements across all top picks are essential. Things like automatic shutoff for tipping over.
Oh, absolutely critical.
And built-in timers.
These features are non-negotiable, especially considering, the source material really emphasizes the risk of fire. Things like thermal insulated wiring, protective grills, casing that stays cool to the touch. Those details are what move a heater from potentially dangerous to dependable.
But the 2 crucial safety takeaways, the ones everyone needs to remember, involve where you place it and how you plug it in. For the 3 feet rule.
Yes, very important.
Keep the heater at a distance of at least 3 feet from anything flammable. Curtains, furniture, clothing, pets, everything.
Right. Give it space.
Second, and this is a crucial warning we really have to emphasize, you should absolutely never plug a space heater into an extension cord, a power cord, or a power strip.
Never. Absolutely not. That's because a 1,500-watt appliance draws a massive, continuous current, extension cords, and power strips. They're just not rated for that kind of sustained load.
And what happens?
It leads to overheating, melting, and it's a severe fire hazard. Always plug directly into a dedicated wall socket, period.
Excellent. Safety fundamentals locked down. Super important. Now let's move into the actual data-driven rankings from the buyer's guides, focusing purely on specs and those coverage claims.
Okay, the list of top heaters, rated from 10.0 down to 9.1, is currently dominated by Dreo, actually. But let's look at the highest scores that offer maybe different technological perspectives.
Okay, kicking off the rankings at a perfect 10.0 is the Dreo space heater. It's a standard plug-in ceramic unit, 1,500 watts, and it's rated for strong coverage up to 250 square feet. Seems reasonable.
Pretty standard, solid performer. It has 3 heat settings, and maybe surprisingly, the consumer confidence in this unit seems massive. The sources say over 10,000 units were purchased in the last month alone.
Wow, okay, people like it.
It's the highest rated standard choice, seems like. But here's where it gets really interesting. At number 2, scoring 9.8, is the AEOCKY 3rd-gen space heater with AI thermostat.
AEOCKY. Never heard of them. AI thermostat. Okay.
Right. It's also 1,500W, but its coverage claim is, well, it's revolutionary, or perhaps just, let's say, aggressive. It claims up to 1,200 square feet.
Hold on. Wait, 1,200 square feet. We just established that the standard for 1,500 watts is maybe 150 to 250 square feet. This is, what, 4 to 8 times the claimed coverage of the top-rated Dreo? How is that even possible? Or is that just, marketing spin?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? This raises an important point, and we have to analyze it critically. If this claim is somehow accurate, it suggests the heater isn't just generating raw heat, but maybe using highly optimized airflow or circulation.
Or maybe.
Or perhaps it's rated for heating a large enclosed space that is already sort of preheated, or maybe a space with perfect insulation. It's hard to say. For you, the listener, the key is probably to be skeptical.
Yeah, I'd say so.
If you're heating a very cold, large space, you'll likely need commercial heating, realistically. But the AI thermostat part suggests it's trying to intelligently manage temperature across that entire zone somehow. It's intriguing, but needs scrutiny.
That analytical approach is exactly what we need. Okay, now the top 5 rankings seem to diverge quite a bit after the AEOCKY at number 2. So let's jump to the 2 entries that highlight unique installation and heating types. Number 4 and number 5 on that data list.
Okay. At number 4, we have a pretty specialized unit, the Dreo Smart Wall Heater, scoring 9.2. This unit changes the installation game entirely. It's designed to be a permanent fixture, an IP24 electric wall mount, and it covers up to 750 square feet.
Okay. IP24 electric wall mount. What does that actually mean for the average person looking at this?
Good question. The IP24 rating is key here. IP stands for ingress protection. A rating of 24 means it's protected against solid objects larger than 12.5 millimeters, and, more importantly for this use case, it resists water splashing from any direction.
So it could go in a bathroom, or maybe a garage.
Exactly. This makes it an excellent choice for a mounted heater in environments where maybe some water might be present, like a damp garage or a workshop. It's not portable, obviously, but it offers targeted, powerful mounted heat.
Makes sense. And rounding out the data-driven picks, number 5, the premium pick at 9.1, is the Dr. Infrared heater. We mentioned this type earlier.
We did. This radiant model covers up to 400 square feet, which is a solid bump over standard ceramic units like that first Dreo.
And because it's infrared.
Because it's an infrared heater, it provides that intense, immediate spot warming we talked about, often preferred in drafty environments or for specific zones. However, note the trade-off. It only has 2 heat settings. Seems like it prioritizes raw power over granular control.
Right. So those rankings give us the objective specs, the square footage claims, the wattage, the tech types. But, as we know, what looks good on paper might be absolutely terrible when you're trying to, say, sleep or relax next to it.
That's the perfect transition, exactly. We need to move to the more qualitative reviews, the hands-on stuff, which highlights what really matters during daily use. Noise levels, the user interface, how easy is it to use, and the ideal location for the appliance.
Okay, let's start with what Popular Mechanics called their best overall, the Lasco CW210 bladeless tower. This one sounds like it's designed for the living room, maybe focusing on modern aesthetics, and importantly, quiet operation.
That's right. Lasco calls it bladeless because it replaces the traditional, wording fan with something called a multi-vane impeller.
Okay, fancy term. What does it do?
This component is key because it moves air through the unit more smoothly and quietly. It significantly reduces that distracting white noise you get from a typical electric fan heater.
Nice.
So it's quiet, still 1500 W. And it even includes a cleanable air filter, which is a nice touch for air quality.
I can see why that might be an overall favorite. The only noted downside was apparently a tricky battery hatch on the remote. Seems like a minor inconvenience for a good design.
Pretty minimal, yeah. Next up is the best value pick, the Vornado MVH Vortex heater. This one uses a vortex circulation method, apparently. It's lightweight, compact, but still claims to heat up to 256 square feet with minimal noise, and it performed extremely well in their cold overnight tests.
Okay, sounds good, but the controls
Yeah.
sound like they might require some patience.
They absolutely lack intuition, according to the review. It has a basic on-off switch and 3 heat settings, fine. But the thermostat dial is just vague. It's numbered 1 to 7 with no corresponding temperature guidance at all.
Oh, so you just have to guess?
Basically, you, the user, are forced to conduct manual experimentation every single time to find the exact comfortable warmth level you want. Bit annoying.
Yeah, that emphasizes the difference between just raw power and genuine user experience, doesn't it? Vornado gives you the heat, but maybe not the easy control.
Exactly.
Now, let's jump to the ultimate tech-focused option. The best smart designation goes to the Lasco AR122 ThermoSmart Oscillating Tower.
This is definitely a signal of the industry's direction, I think. This Lasco unit has full Wi-Fi connectivity. It's controllable by your phone or tablet using their Area Home app.
So you can control everything remotely.
Everything. Wattage use, heat levels, program schedules. You can do it from the couch or even before you get home. It also integrates with Google Assistant and Alexa.
The hands-off convenience is pretty massive there, especially with the 12-hour timer function.
Yeah.
What were the cons in the real-world testing?
The only noticeable ones mentioned were that the oscillation feature seemed extremely slow, almost imperceptible. And there is no physical remote at all. It's entirely app-based, so if your Wi-Fi is down.
Uh-oh. Might be an issue.
Could be. Moving to specialized applications, the Honeywell HCE 840B Heat Genius is dubbed the best at floor level. This unit is interesting. It employs dual heating elements and dual fans
Do everything. Why?
to offer 6 targeted heat settings. You can actually direct the heat specifically at floor level or mid-height, or even aim it towards the head and chest area if you're sitting nearby.
Now, that is genuinely helpful for specific cold spots, like maybe under a large desk where your feet get cold.
Exactly. It also features a useful quiet mode, which runs just the upper fan on low speed for almost noiseless operation. Good for bedrooms, maybe.
It's a great example of focusing design, not just on blasting heat everywhere, but on highly customized and discrete delivery for the immediate user.
Precisely. It's about where the heat goes.
And finally, for those of us, like me sometimes, with freezing desk situations, the best for tabletops is the Lasco Ellipse Ceramic. Small and compact.
Incredibly small and compact, only about 12 inches tall, yet it still pumps out the max 1500 W output. Because it's so discreet and powerful for its size, it's apparently ideal for tucking onto a shelf or the corner of a desk.
Does it have features, or is it just basic because it's small?
No, this compact model is actually loaded with features, including both oscillation and a remote control, surprisingly.
Huh. What's the catch?
The design hiccup mentioned in the sources is a bit weird. The unit automatically turns on at the highest 1500 W setting every time.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it forces you to grab the remote immediately and adjust down to a comfortable temperature. Bit jarring, perhaps.
Okay, so after analyzing both the objective scores and those real-world usability challenges, from the slightly mysterious AI-powered AEOCKY to the hyper-specific Honeywell floor heater, what does this all actually mean for the person trying to make a purchase right now?
Well, I think the main takeaway is that the perfect space heater isn't just the one with the highest numerical score.
Right.
It's the unit that provides the right alignment between the coverage you need and the control you want. You really need to know your space first. Are you heating a tight 200 square foot office? Or do you maybe need the specialized mounting of that IP24 rated Dreo for a workshop? And critically, which control system works for you? A simple, maybe vague Vornado dial, or full smart Wi-Fi integration like that Lasco ThermoSmart?
So the final synthesis seems clear. The raw power variable, that 1500 watts, is almost entirely uniform across these top-tier units.
Pretty much, yeah.
Therefore, the real differentiators are, number one, the safety features, like the automatic tip-over shutoff, and number two, these application-specific designs. wall mounts, bladeless systems, the ability to target heat delivery precisely.
The age of simply plugging in a basic beige sheet box, that seems to be over. Customization is really the new standard, it looks like.
And, that leads us directly to our final provocative thought for today. Considering the rise of things like the AEO-CKY, with its AI thermostat, whatever that fully entails, and the LASCO Thermosmart, the future of space heating seems entirely focused on intelligent controls and maybe system integration.
Seems that way.
So maybe you should be considering not just how much heat a unit delivers, but how smartly it uses that constant 1,500 watts of power to manage temperature efficiently and maybe minimize energy waste.
That's a great point. Efficiency through intelligence, not just raw output.
Exactly. What significant efficiency advances will we see next as AI potentially starts to optimize these really common household necessities? That is certainly something worth exploring further, I think.